What's going on, people? It's Alexander, obviously. Alright, so we're going to have a conversation because for some reason it came up today on the timeline when I was scanning it. Some discussion about how fit do you truly want or need to be as a man to be attracted to women. Are women really attracted to abs? Are women not attracted to abs? Is it a wrong priority to have? Does it make women wet? Does it not? It's bullshit. All right, so let's get into this. So I think you guys, most of you know my background. I've been a personal trainer for 9 years. I've trained a lot of women. I'm also myself. I've also known a lot of women. I ate a lot of women. So I'd like to think I have some informed perspective on what women find attractive or not. The fallacies with the ab question are typical of most arguments, in that people are assuming it's a yes or no sort of scenario. Women are attracted to abs or they're not attracted to abs. Being big and ripped gets you girls, doesn't get you girl. It's the wrong priority or it is a false priority. So, well, that said, like, where's the truth? The truth lies in the middle. The thing that you all have to keep in mind, and the ladies will back me up on this, is that physical attraction is a spectrum. Physical attraction is a spectrum, and not all women are attracted to one thing. And not one thing attracts all women. So there is no singular look a man can have that is going to be universally appealing to every single female. That doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. What you also have to remember, too, as well, is that physical attraction is only one aspect of attraction, and contrary, I think, to men's oftentimes very linear and yes-no thinking, women, when they are attracted to you, it is more often than not a cohesive attraction that encompasses multiple elements. It's not any one thing. So just having abs is not going to get you women. I've had guys ask me that, which I always find it funny. Literally will be a question like, do you think I'm hurting my chances of getting women if I don't have a six-pack? No, it's probably not hurting your chances. It's a teenage boy fantasy, as I point out. It's a teenage boy kind of assumption where when you're 13, 14, 15, 16, high school, you look at one of the guys who's a jock, and he's really buff, and he's got abs, and the girls like him, and you're not that guy, and you wish you were that guy, so henceforth that becomes your model as to what all women must be attracted to, or what you wish you could be, and if you were him, then you'd have the woman that you want. And it's a stupid thing to assume. So, getting to the question, though, finally, with some context established, what is attractive to women? Being physically fit is attractive. That's, I think, pretty unequivocal. You don't need studies to tell you that, even though there have been lots of studies on it, believe it or not. There have been a lot of studies. Being physically fit is attractive to a woman. If you are normal body weight and you are reasonably muscular, the physique that gets most, I think, referenced is sort of the Brad Pitt physique in Fight Club. A more recent example would be maybe, what's the guy that played T'Challa in Black Panther? I forget the actor's name. But that gentleman, he's lean, muscular. He's not particularly big, obviously, but he looks athletic. He has an attractive-looking body. Most women would agree that he's a good-looking guy, or at least he has a good-looking physique. It's what you might call a sort of a Grecian, Apollonian-looking physique, where you're reasonably muscular, you're well-balanced, you're very well-proportioned, and that is attractive. And that's going to be attractive to the majority of women. Probably about, I'd say, 60%. Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, that's going to be attractive to the majority of women. Now, that's not a hyper-muscular-looking physique. That's not a bodybuilder physique. And Brad Pitt has pretty good abs, but nor is Brad Pitt, like, exceptionally large. Like I said, it's a reasonable body. It's a reasonable body. It's a reasonable physique. For the average guy, that's going to put you somewhere probably around 170, 200 pounds. And if you look like that, and like I said, you're lean, you have a like body fat percentage, you're going to be attracted to most women. Now, if you don't have, getting to the question of like the abs, though, like, well, what if you don't have a six-pack? Guys, the number of girls that truly and honestly base their attraction of a man on whether he has abs or not, it's really, 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 really stupidly low. I mean, I can't express just how dumb that kind of is. oh man, I don't have six-pack abs. Girls aren't going to have sex with me. I'm like, it's such a 12-year-old boy model of thinking. Like this, the immaturity factor to it is just astounding to me. At the same time, too, what men find, this is the other funny thing, this is the irony, what men find really attractive and assume is attractive is oftentimes not quite what women find attractive. So men quite often, if you take a group of men, you take a group of women, and this has also been studied, and you show the men and women pictures of physiques, and you ask the men, what do you think is attractive to women? And you ask the women, what are you attracted to? The men almost always will pick a larger, more muscular physique than what the women actually said they would want. So there's discrepancy there. There's discrepancy. Guys tend to just assume that women want a far more muscular and far more, this bigger athletic, more looking body than women actually say. Now, do a lot of women perhaps have a fantasy of maybe being with that kind of guy? Yeah, you could say that. You could say that, but are you going to look like that guy? Probably not. And at the same time, too, as well, there's also a gap between what women fantasize about as their ideal man. It's not usually just physical. And even if it is just physical, even though they might fantasize about that, that oftentimes is not what they are actively attracted to, nor is that necessarily what they go for. I'm not going to slap my own ass here and say this from experience, but I'm speaking from experience. When you are a guy where you are very physically striking looking, and you're intimidating looking to women that way, not all women are going to want you in the way that you think. I know, full stop, vast majority of men, 99% of men are never going to have this problem. But when you are a super attractive guy, you're at that level, yes, can you have women in abundance? Absolutely. But do you universally attract women to you? No, not necessarily in the way that I think other guys think. So again, there's a discrepancy there as well. The sweet spot for most men, like I said, is going to be looking generally athletic, 175, 200 pounds, Chadwick Boseman, Brad Pitt kind of body, Chris Hemsworth, guys that are muscular, they look athletic, look like they can move, they look like athletes, and they're not gross looking. And that's another thing too that a lot of guys don't realize. If you actually talk to women, this is how I know none of you ever fucking talk to women, because you don't. If you actually talk to women, have experience with women, most women find big muscles unattractive. Like some of the girls I'm saying, they think it's gross. It's a really big guy, and it can look very disproportionate. Flat out, it can look disproportionate. It's not attractive to women. Being big and huge and ripped, that's attractive to men. That's attractive to men. That's not usually attractive to women. And the assumption most women have when they see a big and ripped guy who's truly sort of like, let's say, fitness cover model, they just assume he's narcissistic, or they think he's gay. And the thing is, that's not a false assumption, because again, speaking from experience, having lived in an area with a lot of gay men, because they are men attracted to other men, gay men are attracted to big and ripped looks. So the assumption that a guy, when women throw that criticism out there like, oh, he must be gay, it's not them just saying it as a shit test. They might actually think he's gay. And if you've ever lived in the gay community, I can tell you right now, gay guys are bigger and rippeder than regular straight guys, because again, that's what men are attracted to. It's true. And like someone's pointed out, like maybe they think they're overcompensating. Sometimes women will think that, they think you're overcompensating, or more often that the deeper reason is women will think you're self-absorbed and you don't necessarily have much depth to you. It does take, there's an assumption that it takes a lot of work. There's an assumption that it takes a lot of work to be really big, to be really buff, to be really lean. And it's not an unfair assumption, like I said. For some people, their fitness lifestyle, their fit bro lifestyle can be very all-consuming. And like I said, it shows you're self-absorbed. Obviously, it can be seen as narcissistic. If you see a guy that's very into his appearance and jacked and huge, women don't like a man who's more into their appearance than they are into their own appearance. It's a big turnoff. You're basically with like a big bitch. Now, your boyfriend who's big and buff, he's basically like a girl. It's not masculine. And that doesn't mean, as a man, that you shouldn't care about your appearance. But when you are more into what you look like than a woman is, that is just a massive, massive, massive attraction killer. I can't really express how much that kills attraction. It's not, nothing about that draws women at all. At all. Like, none. There's no way, I don't know, I can't say anything more clearly. So taking all these things into account, I suppose, like, what does that mean for you gentlemen listening? Like I keep saying, guys, athletic body, do the compound lifts. The same things I always recommend to you guys will get you to probably most women's ideal look. And the other factor to this that just you guys overlook as well, I know that most men are insecure about their bodies. True. Yeah, the same way a lot of women are insecure about their bodies. True. But you cannot make that the end-all, be-all of attraction. Size beats abs. That's true. Actually, that's a good point, Kevin. Kevin makes a really good point. Kevin makes a very good point there. If you had to pick between, like, being really... this is somewhat of a false dichotomy, but if you had to pick between being really ripped and just being just kind of just bigger muscular, women like bigger muscular men more so than they generally like really ripped men. Being disgustingly ripped is, again, most women will think it's freaking gross. And most women will tell you when a guy is super ripped and has no body fat on him and his body is just very hard that way, that's also not attractive either. And that's not to say that women want you to be obese, but there is an element of attraction, there's an element of physical comfort where women like a guy to have a little bit of softness to him. A little bit. So again, you might not need to be as lean as you think to be attractive. That said, if you had to pick one or the other, defer on the side of being lean. I'm not telling you guys to be fat, but defer to being lean. But again, don't think that if you don't have an 8-pack that you can't be, I guess, an attractive guy. That's just a stupid thing to think. Would Zac Efron be a good example? I don't know, honestly. Maybe. I think he has a pretty good physique. He's been on some gear lately. But, overall, he's still relatively balanced looking. But even him, I mean, Zac Efron, I think, this is my estimation, he kind of has that, what I'd almost consider like a gay look. He's, like, super done up, eyebrows, face, kind of has, like, that porcelain doll look from having so many goddamn, not facelifts, but, like, what's the skin thing called? I forget. Facials. Yeah, there you go. He's had so many facials. He's got perfect eyebrows, perfectly coiffed hair, super tan. He looks kind of gay. If he went to West Hollywood right now, he'd have guys all over him wanting to be in his ass. Guaranteed 100%. So, real talk. Real fucking talk. Botox. Yeah, he kind of looks like he's had that done too. He's got that porcelain doll look going now that gay guys love. At least LA gays do. Or West Hollywood. WeHo gays, I should say. So, I don't know if I consider Zac Efron a good example. Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman, some women are going to find that a turnoff, but Hugh Jackman is kind of right at the edge, since he is a very masculine-looking guy, where women will find that attractive. Not all women, but he's right at that edge, and obviously, I mean, he played Wolverine, too, so he would get super lean. But I would consider Hugh Jackman kind of the ideal. Jason Statham. Daniel Craig, I mean, these are all good examples. These are guys that they're right at the cusp of, okay, he's pretty muscular, he's in shape, but it's not excessive. And the body weight, and this body size plays a big thing. Once a guy gets like too large, again, some women just find that a turnoff. Dad bods are never going to be attractive. There are some girls where they're truly outliers and they like chubby guys. I would not be with that woman. That's the kind of girl that's going to get you fat. And you both are going to be fat and unhealthy together. I've also realized, too, this is important to articulate, is that when women sometimes use the term dad bod, I realize there's a big dichotomy between what they refer to as a dad bod and what guys refer to as a dad bod. Women like, oftentimes, let's say muscularly bigger, but burly men, meaning not actually really that lean, but just muscular. If you've got like a big chest, big shoulders, maybe you're a little bit thick in the waist, that can be very attractive to women. Definitely, 100%. That can be very attractive. Do all women find that attractive? No, but a good percentage of them definitely do. So, if you have that look going for you, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And the bigger you are in the shoulders, chest, back, the less lean you have to be to look good. That's because you'll have this big contrast between your, so long as you're not too fat, you'll have a good contrast between your waist and your shoulders. I can't think of any examples, honestly, right now. Nothing's come to mind, honestly. I don't watch too many movies where I could throw out somebody like, oh, look like this guy. Big shoulders, big back. I mean, if you had to pick one thing, guys, I want to say pick one thing, but if you had to pick one thing, if you got big shoulders, chest, arms, you're going to look good to most women. You will. Just a man bigger than me. Gerard Butler in his prime looked pretty good. Yeah, I mean, okay, that's a good point that one of the ladies made. If you look like you can pick a girl up and lift her over your head, you're golden. That's always been my personal metric. Honestly, that's the only thing I've ever cared about. Can I pick a girl up and lift her up? Yes, I'm good. I'm strong enough. We're good. Yeah, if you can't do that, fucking work on it. There's nothing that gets women more There's nothing that gives women more of a thrill and gets them wetter than you being able to literally just lift them up. If you can toss your girl over your head or pick her up over your shoulders, you got it going on. Do you think women don't like skinny men no more? I don't know that women have ever been attracted to skinny men. Some women like boyish-looking guys, but if you're gauntly skinny, that's really not attractive most of the time. Again, though, there's a spectrum to it. Some guys like dorky-looking guys, but you have to also be sort of a confident, well-dressed dork. If you're skinny, you dress like shit, and you're awkward, you're kind of fucked. There's no going around that. So, but you have to also, guys, keep in mind, when what women refer to as skinny versus what guys refer to as skinny, those can be two different things. Do women like built quads legs? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that depends, though. Yeah, if you're a guy, if you're bodybuilder-sized legs, no, probably not. Muscular legs with, a nice ass? Yeah. Do women like guys with muscular legs and nice ass? Yes. I mean, honestly, guys, women kind of like nice fucking everything, so take care of all of it. That's why I don't like these questions sometimes that's why I don't like the framing of, if you had to pick one thing, or if you had to choose one, just all of it. All of it. Half muscular legs, half muscular chest, arms, back, except all of it. All of it. You should be training total body anyway. Any questions about this? Any questions about this? Just work out. Yeah, basically, honestly, just lift weights, guys. Just lift weights. And have good hygiene, which I can't believe that needs to be said sometimes, but dear God, you guys screw that up too. Be great all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just all of it. All of it. Nice, big, strong hands. Yeah, women love hands. Women fucking love hands. If you have muscular, if you got, little girly bitch hands, if you got, I don't have small hands, but if you have, tiny hands, women don't like tiny hands for a variety of reasons. But what point was I making? Yeah, if you want, a little secret, little trick, if you got muscular forearms, and let's just assume you have decent, not tiny, disgusting hands, women love muscular forearms. Women love forearms. Also hands. Just have strong everything. Fuck. I really... Again, it's not any one thing. No, women fantasize about hands because they wonder what you can do with your hands, gentlemen. Again, also I know that none of you actually talk to women. Fucking ever. Because I actually have to say that. Why do women like hands? I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine why. What do you do with your hands? Jesus Christ. Women like men that can dress nice. Yes, women like men that can dress nice, yes. Women like men that have confidence and have some sense of personality and individuality to them. Any questions? Any questions? Doesn't that smell good? Yeah. See, guys, pay attention to what these women are saying on this Periscope right now. Pay attention to what they're saying, because these are all the things you all screw up. There's a reason all of you are fucking single. What about calves? Yeah, just train everything. Train everything. Are you single? No, I'm not single. Smells everything. Yeah, that's another thing that See how many women are talking about smell, gentlemen? What you shower with, your deodorant, your cologne, even how you wash your clothes. You know what kind of dryer sheets I use? Nice scented dryer sheets. You know why? Because they make my clothes smell fucking good. Vascularity is gross for women, but guys love it. Vascularity, it depends on vascularity. If you've got like veiny, let's say like arms, a bicep vein, that's attractive. I'm not super veiny myself. I've always had pretty distinct bicep veins. Women like that. If you're freaky veiny, where you got, veins run into your shoulders, chest, abs, again, just things that guys think are really cool that women don't like. Women don't like vascularity that way. Do you have to go soaps that are natural? Just make yourself smell good, guys. Make yourself smell good. Neck veins. Yeah, that's the same thing with having, like, what's another thing that guys think is super cool that women don't like? Like, let's say, like, having, like, massive fucking trap shoulders where you got, like, the, so almost like the tortoise turtle look. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's sort of like almost like a pro wrestling look. You guys, where they're just super built up through here. Having traps, attractive. Having no neck, not attractive. Bad pop. If you can have big shoulders. Women love big shoulders, but if you got, again, if you're overbuilt with your upper body plus bad posture, not so attractive. What are the questions we got? Any questions, any comments? No gut. Yeah, I don't have a gut. I think that'd be basic. Build everything with golden proportions. Yes, do exactly that. Be proportionate, guys. Be proportionate. And like someone just said, if train your goddamn legs too. You train everything. Do not be that guy that only trains upper body. That's Woman or money? I have no idea what you're asking. Fingernails. Fingernails are a good one. Cologne. I don't recommend cologne. It depends on what you like. Fingernails, guys. Women always will look at your hands. They'll always look at your hands. If you got fucked up fingernails or dirty fingernails or hangnails, or just take care of your hands. Take care of your hands. Feet too. Especially if you live in a hot place. Southern California, people tend to wear flip-flops a lot, especially at the beach. Take care of your feet and toenails. Again, you think women aren't looking at that? They're absolutely 100% looking at that. Subcrustineer. You're awesome, honey. Yeah, you see all these little details women notice? You guys just don't even ever fucking think of them. All you care about is the goddamn abs. What if I don't have abs, bro? I'm like, bro, clean your fucking ears and get a haircut first. It's a hierarchy of things, gentlemen. There's a hierarchy. Grooming the back hair. Not too many guys have back hair. That's pretty uncommon, honestly. But yeah, it's a reasonable recommendation. No skinny jeans. Yeah, that's a common one. If your jeans can fit your girlfriend, you got problems. Well, I mean, honestly, you probably don't have a girlfriend if your jeans could fit a woman. So, how do I make my wrists bigger, thicker? Train your arms. No, I don't know why you guys always overcomplicate this shit. How do I get my arms bigger? You train them. You do bicep curls and forearm curls with weights. And then you build muscle, and then you're not skinny anymore, because that's kind of how that has worked for the last 100,000 million billion years on Earth with gravity. Fuck. How do I improve my bench press? Get your chest, arms, shoulders, triceps more muscular. I think I've answered that question 95,000 times. I'll be answering it to the day I die. Your bench press sucks because you don't have enough muscle to be good at bench pressing. That's how that works. I'm not really sure what you're referring to, my lady, but whatever. Yeah, people don't know how to use Google. I've never, you know, it's funny. When I started training, I still to this day, I've never asked a single person a question about training. I've had a conversation with the colleagues, but I never got in line and was like, hey, how do I train my legs? I did the research myself because apparently, you know, curiosity is very rare. I'll say that. Curiosity is very, very rare. Most people just want to be spoon-fed information because they don't think. All right. Anyway, guys. Joke me, daddy. Probably not going to do that. Are you a personal trainer? Yeah, I've been a personal trainer for 9 years. Never asked to take a dump at my place. Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? That's okay. That's a rookie mistake. I'm going to tell all the gentlemen right now. If you just met a woman, it's a first date, whatever, etc. Don't use the bathroom at her place. When you're first getting to know her, don't. Just don't. All it takes is one time. Or you do not be that guy where you go to the chick's place, oh man, and then you end up like ruining the bathroom because it just smells like fucking smells your feces. Just don't do that. Don't do that. You'd be amazed at how many women have told me that story where they went out with a guy and the first date he went to pick him up at their place and he walks in the door and then like he leaves piss in the toilet seat or he just defecates the bathroom. And then they're just, it's such a fucking turnoff. And it's like, really? Like, we just met and that's what you do? And then maybe the guy in his mind's like, I don't understand what happened. And the girl, like, right then and there, she decides she's never going to fucking sleep with you. Ever. Ever. The first date. Well, if you've been dating somebody a while, I'm going to assume you probably use the restroom at their place eventually. But just, like, don't ever fucking do that when you're getting to know somebody. Just don't do that. Always use the bathroom at your place first. Use it at the restaurant. Don't destroy a chick's bathroom. Just don't. Especially if you're indoor. Like, I really just don't do that, period. Yeah, I've had that story shared with me so many times with female clients. They went out with a guy, first date, second date, whatever, or picked him on, again, it's like I just said. He came to their place, wrecked their fucking bathroom, or, you know, like, fucked up something. I'm trying to think what else. You know, don't take a dump in the bathroom. He left piss in the toilet seat. He left the toilet seat up. What else? You know, they had a guy, like, he, like, picked his teeth and hit the fucking mirror. Just, like, gross shit. And then, basically, it was like, it went from being like, oh, maybe I'm into him, to like, nope. Doors are fucking closed. You're never getting in this, ever. So, yeah, hopefully that's some fucking platinum level knowledge for you guys. Platinum. All right, I gotta go. Good talk, everybody. Love you all. Talk to you all again.